So now let's move forward to our next topic, which is all about science education in the Philippines. Science education in the Philippines plays a vital role in equipping individuals with the knowledge and skills necessary to contribute to the progress of society. It is seen as a key driver in addressing poverty and overcoming financial challenges, as it provides career opportunities and promotes self sustainability. Moreover, investments in science and technology education and research are closely linked to national economic development and poverty reduction, making science education an essential foundation for the country's growth and competitiveness. So, in simple terms, science education is not just about learning facts. It is also about preparing students to be part of nations or countries' growth. Because with proper education, people can find jobs, start a business, and create inventions. So, in short, proper education provides career opportunities and promotes self sustainability. And that is the reason why investing in education and research is very important. Next, we have the Philippine Science High School. It is an attached agency to the DOST which gives opportunities to students who would like to pursue careers in line with science and technology. Currently, it has 16 schools in the country with its main branch in Diliman, Quezon City. Graduates of any Philippine Science High School branch are required by law to take courses in college directly in line with mathematics, science, or engineering. In 1997, President Fidel V. Ramos signed the Republic Act 8496, which officially established Philippine Science High School system. Next, we have the K-12 program, which is our current education system. It covers 12 years of basic education comprising 6 years of elementary education, 4 years of secondary education, and 2 years of senior high school education. This program is regulated by the Department of Education under the Republic Act 10533, the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, signed by former President Benigno S. Aquino III. The goal of this program is to provide a better quality of education and prepare graduates to be competent for global employment opportunities. So K-12 program is the reason why we need to learn or study 2 more years or the senior high school education. Before, we only had 10 years of basic education, and this change was made so Filipino students can match the global education standard. The K-12 program uses the spiral progression, which allows students to learn topics and skills appropriate to their cognitive stages. Students start from studying simple concepts and principles and progress to the increasingly complex ones to gain greater understanding and mastery. In senior high school, students can choose between the academic track and the technical vocational livelihood track. Under the academic track, we have four strands: accountancy, business, and management strand or the ABM, humanities and social sciences strand or HUMS, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics strand or STEM, and the general academic strand or GAS. Even though K-12 was made to improve the quality of our education, it also has shortcomings. First, lack of formal science subject from kindergarten to grade 2. Second, we have it's demanding to require teacher to use mother tongue based multilingual education. Third, competency of teachers in secondary education. Fourth, shortage of qualified science teachers and quality facilities. Fifth, disjunction in science teaching for elementary to secondary levels. And the last, teacher-centered strategies which results into lack of interest in science, particularly in the elementary level. UNESCO's report in 2010 also mentioned the current challenges in basic education. We have science teaching, which is predominantly transmissive. Next, science knowledge is dogmatic. Third, the science content has an abstractness that makes it irrelevant. And fourth, learning science is relatively difficult for both successful and unsuccessful students. So, according to their report, science teaches us more on memorization. Students just listen, take notes, and memorize without really understanding the lesson. Because of this, learning feels far from reality, making it too difficult. And that is the reason why some of the students don't really enjoy science because for them, it doesn't feel practical. To address the challenges in science education, the U.S. National Academy of Sciences established the National Science Education Teaching Standards. So these standards encourage teachers to plan an inquiry-based science programs for students, guide and facilitate learning, engage in the ongoing assessment of both teaching and student learning, design and manage learning environments that provide students with the time, space, and resources needed for learning science, and develop communities of science learners that reflect the intellectual rigor of scientific inquiry and the attitudes and social values conducive to science learning. The government also responded through the Basic Education Sector Reform Agenda, or the BESRA. It is a policy reform package that seeks to improve the institutional, structural, and financial conditions that affect the delivery and access to basic education. It includes school-based management, teacher education development, national learning strategies, quality assurance accountability, and monitoring and evaluation, organizational development with resource mobilization and management, and information communication technology. Basic Education Sector Reform Agenda resulted in an increase in public education spending that improved the basic education services being offered to the less privileged elementary students. DepEd's budget allocation increased to 543.2 billion pesos in 2017 from 309.43 billion pesos in 2014. There has also been an increase in the hiring rate of public school teachers in 2011. DepEd provides financial assistance to students through the Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education. BESRA also introduced other programs like Early Childhood Care and Development and the Alternative Learning System. The Early Childhood Care and Development, or ECCD, addresses the threats on children's health, nutrition, education, and psychosocial stimulation. It ensures that Filipino children receive care and development during the most crucial stage of their growth. On the other hand, Alternative Learning System, or ALS, is a parallel learning system that provides a practical option to the existing formal instruction for Filipino out-of-school children, youth, and adults. It is an alternate or substitute when one does not have or cannot access formal education in schools. CHED wants to improve not just basic education but also college. So in higher education, CHED developed the HERA, or Higher Education Reform Agenda, in 2012. Its four key tactical and transformative strategies are to expand access to quality education and training, to enhance the capacity or competencies of graduates and faculty, to develop and foster excellence in college and universities, and to enshrine ethical and innovative governance in HEIs. CHED also provides student financial assistance programs, which include scholarships, grants in aid, and student loans. The Commission on Higher Education issued a memorandum to shift from learner outcomes in higher education and functional differentiation and horizontal classification of higher education institutions. It recognizes HEIs with high quality instruction, research, extension, and linkage by recognizing them as centers of development and excellence. It grants autonomous and deregulated status to HEIs that demonstrate a high level of institutional quality and program excellence. The Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, also support science education. They established the National Science and Technology Plan for 2002 to 2020 with the following objectives: knowledge expansion, wealth creation through technology transfer, development and marketing of research and development results, human resource development support of science and technology services. We also have DOSC programs which help to make science education more sustainable. We have Accelerated Science and Technology Human Resource Development Program. It supports the graduate studies in DOST and accredited universities. Balik Scientist. It is a program that encourages Filipino scientists working abroad to return to the Philippines. Scientific Career System. It recognizes and compensates scientists with accomplished works. And the National Science Consortium. It enhanced the capability of HEIs to produce technically competent PhD and MS graduates by providing graduate scholarships. In summary, science education in the Philippines is an important foundation for national progress because it equips students with knowledge, skills, and opportunities that prepare them for the future. It is a key to national growth and global competitiveness, so continuous improvements are needed.